Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. I am here for a reading for Libra Collective. This is about your career, your abundance, what sort of opportunities you have coming in. So we're going to use some money decks here. Let's get started with the Indigo Goddess Midnight Oracle. And this reading is for around the next month or so. I usually do a specific reading just for career and money once a month. So let's see. Clever ploy. So step up your game. Okay, so this is about wise tactics and outwitting something. Maybe the competition. Maybe someone who told you that you couldn't do something. Bottom of the deck, you have options. You're weighing your pros and cons. I love seeing this sort of scales here. Reminds me of Libra energy, of course. So this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement of Libra. Everyone's welcome. If you're interested in your other placements, I do have a separate all signs channel, and that is called Schoolhouse Messages. What else do you have? Foresight. So seeing into the future. So if only, right? Maybe you can see into the future. Maybe you've had some sort of insight this week, all right? Like thinking of sort of Ace of Swords energy. Actually, Ace of Swords did come up, and so did Ace of Pentacles in your weekly reading for this week. What else do we have for Libras? Phoenix, hello, come back, kid. This is rising from the ashes. Okay, and there's something about someone else is maybe thinking they didn't know what they had till it was gone. All right, so this reading doesn't have to only be about career and money. It can also be about opportunities in abundance, prosperity in general, opportunities coming your way. So it's this could be a new career. Certainly, this is about that using that fire from within, and this is something about something being done in good time and enjoying the moment, really staying in the present and making sure you're celebrating yourself, your accomplishments, all of your achievements, actually. So nice cards to start with. And I'm going to turn that down a little bit so you can see a little more of the table. There we are. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot by Chris-Anne, but first I want to get a little more information from this Maruka X deck. It's some sort of wellness deck from them, okay? You have emotional work, so gain emotional independence. So business and love or relationships in some way could be impacting, your spending. I was hearing, but it can also, like, someone just may have said to you, oh, you need to watch your spending, a spouse or somebody, but there could be something just I look at that as we're likely going to see some sort of block having to do with emotions when we get to the what sort of money blocks are in your way, or what sort of things are on your path that are perhaps stopping your abundance from reaching you at this time. For some, it's not time yet. So step up your game, gain emotional independence. For some of you, maybe you're doing some sort of emotional healing in order to break from a situation, or in order to elevate and change your situation. For some of you, it's even involving a move or leaving a relationship in order so that you can have that financial independence. But first, we have to have that emotional independence, right? And you have professional wellness. So this is knowing your worth is essential. So knowing it's essential, and that's how you're weighing your pros and cons, and you may be getting a better offer. This could mean a job change because you know that you are maybe not valued where you are, but maybe you're wanting to focus more on how you can do something where you feel you're using all of your gifts and skills better. Emotional work again, so clear out emotional blockages. All right, and that can help you with your material gains. What else? Another one. Wow. Okay. Emotional work again. Resolve and release emotional pain. Okay. So, and we did just have Valentine's Day. So maybe I'm getting some residual energy with that I'm picking up on. Some of you could have felt some sort of, well, it could be either way. It could be, things are up in the air love wise, and maybe that's what's stopping you from maybe moving forward, or you're having to consider that, or something like that. Or this is about you having, for some of you, you have resolved a lot. You've overcome a lot emotionally, and you have, sort of been sifting through what is working, what isn't over the years, and now you've been able to really cut yourself free from whatever it is, and you've really been following that fire within. You're maybe inspired now. Maybe you're more comfortable being in the spotlight, or you're thinking you're actually going to go and do that. They're telling me about tourmaline. So I don't know if you have a tourmaline ring. Pink tourmaline is one of the birthstones of Libra, so it's the alternative to opal, one of them anyway. So there could be something here. There could be somebody just, I mean, this is good. This is like very pretty pink, it's like very bright. So maybe like your love life is going well now, or maybe it's up in the air, but I'm getting, multiple messages here. It is a general reading, so it's not going to be exact for everybody. But that's why we're getting, but some of you actually, you have a choice too. And some of you have a professional choice you need to make. But again, relationships in some way, whether it's, family or it's love or whatever, it's romantic love, it is playing into this a bit. Okay. And spiritual work, reinvent yourself and evolve. On my All Signs channel, they did have this in their weekly reading for this week. So, and there's this lotus flower, and I keep getting lotus coming up. It's coming up all over the place. So there is something here though about you've earned this. You have earned this position, because lotuses have to really push through all that muck, right, to become this beautiful flower, and they're radiating. And I feel as though no matter how dark things have gotten or will get, you realize there's like a time and a season for everything. If not, that is one of the advice, one of the bits of advice that Spirit is giving right now, is that there is a time for everything. Things take time to evolve. Things to it's like in due time, in good time. Enjoy this moment. There is no rush. And there are a lot of changes underway for a lot of you. We'll see more about what this is all about, though. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards. This is the Chris Ann Lightseers Tarot. All right, I'm going to just kind of break it up really. I want to break this deck up pretty thoroughly. Make sure I'm getting really good shuffle here. This deck's a little hard to shuffle because the cards are thick. I love it. It might be my very favorite tarot deck ever. I'm not sure. Could be though. But so I like to make sure that I really get a good shuffle in, even though it's hard to sometimes shuffle it, the traditional like this way. It can be a little tricky sometimes. Good quality though. This deck will last a long time. Okay, first card out, Queen of Cups. Yep. Get situated here. They want you to get comfortable in something. They're also giving me this message right now. In the past, I've said some things about like, having to, some of you are at a place where you're having to get comfortable being uncomfortable. But with this, I'm actually getting, no. This is focusing on like getting yourself comfortable in comfortable situation. Like, you like getting comfortable, like you no longer are maybe tolerating the discomfort of something, because enough is enough, right? Enough is enough with certain things. That actually came through in the weekly reading too. This is about, again, reinventing yourself and evolving, right? Gaining that emotional independence, as we had here, knowing your worth. The Queen of Cups knows their worth, right? They are very connected. They're heart-based. They're very emotionally grounded and centered, and nothing's gonna, even though this Queen of Cups is very tuned in and empathetic and a feeler, if you will, very empathic and things. They don't they're in control of their emotions. They don't fly off the handle, and they don't let things really kind of upset that balance that they have in their lives. And that's some of the advice too, is to, there's a lot going on around us. And we're going to go into like how you can keep your vibration high actually during a tumultuous time. I think I might do even a reading just on that coming up. So, but yeah, that's just a theme lately. But yeah, so they don't let, the boat get rocked, so to speak, pun intended here, with the Queen of Cups sitting in the water here. And being open, this is being open to where life brings you, and being open to the miracles in life. And yeah, the twists, the turns, all that. Look at all this color on here. You have 3 hearts. Now, it's just amazing to me. Not all of the cards are this brilliant pink, in this deck. As a matter of fact, I want to take a look at this deck. Yeah, you have like almost, there's a pink one. That's pink, but not as brilliant. Yeah, you have, this is a deck of like maybe 80 or 100 cards, and you have like 4 that are really, pink or red. It's just, that is a very passionate color, and it's a very like a loving yourself. So I find that interesting that in a career abundance money reading, you have this focus on emotional work and on really loving yourself. I feel for a lot of you, you're choosing something that's going to really fulfill you, fill your cup, and fill you with good feelings and make you feel really good about what you're doing. And for some of you, you're actually helping others in new ways. You know, let's see what else we have. We have Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about your long-term success and abundance. So knowing that yes, you have options. This is about making a big move, possibly, or accepting some sort of offer to that you're really because you have long-term goals in mind, and it's not just about making a bunch of money now. For some of you, it's not for the short term. It's like you're doing something for the long term, and so it's like you have to have, like, your integrity means more to you than the paycheck for some of you. Okay, getting something about your hours changing too. That Five of Swords, yeah, that could be something stressful. Either you're working too many hours or not enough, but there's something here where the energy is like well, this is actually falling right under that clear out emotional blockage. In order to see what's ahead, we do need to release that baggage and previous versions of ourselves and fixed mindsets that limit our growth and our potential. And so here you see this older version of this person, letting them go and kind of, then surrendering to what comes next. You may have people talking in your ear or at you, and it may not be so positive. You could feel hurt by some of what's been said or what you're hearing, or this could just be not you personally, but maybe even globally. Things are hurting, the stuff you're hearing. So there is something here about making sure that you're not getting stuck in that energy, and let's see, not letting it affect you too much. Okay, the Six of Cups here. And this is something, this is about like evolution. Okay, you'll see the young child and the puppy, and then this grown man and the dog, and there's this it's been for some of you, it has been a long path. It's been a journey, and this is about honoring your journey, and also knowing who your true allies are, and the things and people that are good for you, not just people, but what sort of environments are good for you, what's really going to add to your progress and your growth and help you rebuild or build, and really go after that new career project, whatever it is you're trying to achieve here. The rewards here, we get the rewards here. Let's see what else we have. Seven of Wands here. Again, there's something here with the really staying aligned to your true purpose. Oh, look at Kitty and this lady, they're like doing the same pose. It's so funny. But really, again, centered, grounded. This is about respecting yourself, and you setting boundaries and making sure that other people actually respect those boundaries too. Again, there's a big energy of like balance and about for the long term. Okay, it's very important that you keep yourself balanced, and that you're on steady ground, literally and figuratively. So be careful for like trips and falls too, I'm getting. But yeah, you could feel that. I'm just gonna put this here for now, like maybe just, I'm trying to make room on the table so that you can see other things. You can see all of the cards, or at least a lot of them. Okay, so there we go. Make room for more, right? So there's hidden potential here. What is that? Show me more about this hidden potential. I just heard a hidden potential. Where's this hidden potential? What is it that Libra needs to know? Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of cards here. We're taking this one. Okay, so there is hidden potential. There is something here about your destiny. Again, we're getting love coming into the picture here. And I have several cards here. So this is like, Tarot's going to tell us a story here now. Okay. Spirit's going to tell us a story using the tarot cards. So sometimes I'll take piles when they fall, and other times I won't, but this time I will, because I know that you're meant to see these. This Two of Cups, this Ace of Wands here, as well as a Seven of Cups. We'll go over each one. Judgment, the Two of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Hermit. So we now have the King and the Queen of Cups. This is a divine counterpart. Some of you are actually, you have new love coming in. I can't ignore that when I have this many hearts. You know, we had the big heart here. You know, hot air balloon that could resonate for you too. A hot air balloon. Maybe it's a dream of yours, or you've done it, or someone mentions it, or you meet somebody and like they have a hot air balloon T-shirt or something. You know, or there's a picture in the background or whatever. So there's a synchronicity there with hot air ballooning. There's also something here about you fulfilling your dream and fulfilling. It's like for you, I feel as though it's important that for some of you anyway, that you're not just you know, getting to the top to you doesn't matter as much as like having a happy, well-rounded life, it feels like. So for you, it's also about who's around you. Okay. So here's that. There's a partnership here. This can certainly be soulmate, but there for some of you, it's because yeah, you're ready to call this in now because you've done so much healing. And because you've done all this healing, you know, gates of opportunity are opening, and it's not just about money and abundance. It's about personal relationships too, and that is feeding right into the, or you know, with this 10 of Pentacles here, you know, really looking into the future here, and seeing that, you know, you can, yeah, you can have it all. Okay. You can have it all. For some of you, you've had to, a relationship had to fall apart, break apart so that you could actually really, because that's part of you knowing your worth. You know your worth in all areas of your life, right? So that's why love can actually come into this reading. You have the Hermit card, and this is, you know, realizing again your full potential, your worth, and clearing out those emotional blocks like we had. And this is really getting grounded, like this Queen of Cups. And this is a very receptive energy here, this Queen of Cups. The Hermit card, actually, I'm getting it as a receptive energy, yes, but also as a what you're showing the world. And for some of you, it may be stressful to really show certain sides of yourself. Maybe you're scared to you know, become a tarot reader because you're afraid to be wrong, or you're afraid of what people might think of you, or they'll laugh at your channel, or whatever it is. You know, it's just an example because I'm a tarot reader, you know. So but this can be you know, like you're going to be shown each step forward when you're on the step before it. You're not going to be shown necessarily the entire path. Okay. So this is clarifying that foresight card up there. So yes, you want to be focusing, you're focusing on that 10 of Pentacles, and you want to have kind of an overall plan. But remember, we're not going to know all the little details. So plan ahead, but also at the same time be this open, receptive Queen of Pentacles, and this sort of surrendering to the world or to the fate, you know, with this Wheel of Fortune here in some way. We do need to take chances though. Look at the dice around her neck. She's taking chances, and she's again, it's just very a surrendering energy. I also get that with this King of Cups, and also Judgment. That's a big energy of rebirth and surrendering and that resurrection. So it's falling right under that Phoenix rising from the ashes here. You have a rebirth when it comes to your abundance. This is a restart for your abundance. Okay. So reset, reshift. And again, it's like it's because you know your value, and your worth, and you've made amends with certain parts of your journey, and you've forgiven yourself and people along the way. You've let things go with love, which is really the best way you can let something go, right? You got to send it off with love, or it's just going to haunt you. Okay. That's just the fact of the matter. It's just life. So letting it out. And this is actually what you're like. It's almost like if you're saying, hey, show me the next step, guides, my spirit or a source, show me the way, show me the steps. Well, they're stepping in and they're helping you, that you've resolved and released a lot of this emotional pain. You've cleared out a lot of those blockages. And now the door opens for you to reinvent yourself and evolve. And you have options. You know, I get some of you are really able to trust your intuition more so than you have been. Okay. There's also this, yeah, the Ace of Wands here. You're going to know, this is about, yeah, enjoying the moment, but this, with this called the Ace of Inspiration, you know, it really requires you to, yeah, take action too, but this is about getting inspired. Some of you may not know which direction to go because you're feeling maybe torn in multiple directions. Like that can be common for Libras. I think a lot of us have degrees in liberal arts or liberal studies because we liked everything, or, you know, we had so many different interests, or potentially, I know a lot of Libras with that degree, but well, not a lot, but enough. Okay. So, my point is you may have varied interests, and sometimes having too many options, like with this seven of Cups, can make it difficult for us to decide. I just want to point out you have 77. And then you also have with this Two of Wands and King of Cups. Yeah, you know, there's a big perspective shift. Actually, that was the weekly reading, shifting perspective. There's a big reset in that reading, and it's the carryover energy. It really is. It's like getting clear. Getting very clear. But I feel like this is sort of showing you what happens if you do get clear and you do release all that stuck energy, and you release the baggage, what doesn't serve you. That's when you actually then can go to that next level in any area of your life. Okay, it's like more like true evolution. So it is really more like a clear reset. So it is a reset for your abundance here. You've done the work. Yes, we'll always have work to do, of course, but because you remain focused, because you have stuck at it, you've been creative, you've taken risks, or if you haven't, this is the advice to do that, because you've sort of left some things up to the universe, but did your work. You didn't just sit at home and like pray or wish for something to happen. You actually took steps. Like, this person has the wand. It may have taken you a while. Maybe you're a late bloomer or whatever you want to call it. But it is about at some point we have to make a choice and we have to take action towards what it is we want. We can't just wait for it to happen. It's not enough to just sit around and wait. If we want to really have that start, we want to reinvent ourselves, we want to evolve, we want to, we really have to we do have to take those chances. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune is reminding us, that don't just leave it up to fate. Okay, don't just leave things up to fate, like, and surrender complete. Like, it's one thing to surrender to source, but it's another thing, like divine guidance, but it's another thing to just surrender and say, well, that's my life and I'm just going to surrender to the way things are. That's complacency, and that's not how a place of complacency is not where we manifest typically. Okay, that is not what I have been. That's not what I've been shown spiritually. Okay, we have to actually take steps. That is true evolution. Okay, that's getting ourselves out that door, even if it's hard. Knight of Cups here, yeah, that's taking the steps. Usually, the Knight of Pentacles. It's the Knight of Pentacles. I'm not sure who I said it was, but it's the Knight of Pentacles, and usually, and there you see that there's a path that's more traveled right there, and they're actually veering off path. And this King of Pentacles is different than the others because generally, you don't never really see much movement in the Knight of Pentacles. You see the horse taking one little step, but in this card, you actually see the person off the horse. They're barefoot, meaning they're connected, they're grounded, they're centered, just like this King of Cups, right? They're tuned in. They've chosen a direction. They've considered options. See, he's looking one way and going another. That's what makes him a knight, I think. The King of Cups, though, on the other hand, is very centered and very focused, super duper focused, right? Super duper, right? The path to success, it's not, for some of us, it hasn't been really clear, right? Not everyone, but that doesn't mean that you're not a success story. That doesn't mean that your life isn't successful just because it doesn't look like everybody else's, right? And like I said, some of us, we're all on a different timeline. And I feel like, well, that's why you have that in good time card. Yeah, that's where I'm getting that. You have that in good time card. Oh, for some of you, I'm getting to, like, you're wondering how long you should go along with something. Oh, look at this. They're asking me, how uncomfortable does it have to get before you before you do what's best for you, Libra? How long do you have to be sacrificing your own happiness in order to be happy? You do not have to sit in discomfort any longer. But again, the Leo's coming through here, and they're like, so here's all the stress, and like, and this is one of our intuitive cards here. They're going within and everything. You've got the Five of Swords, like, you're picking your battles and be very, set your boundaries here with like Seven of Swords. And I'm pointing at, set those boundaries. And with the Strength card here, it's sometimes, we have to, sometimes we have to go fiercely towards something, and other times we have to go within. Okay. Other times there's different approaches, and it's knowing which approach to use, which approach is going to be best. And for some of you, it is absolutely, for all of us, it's about doing the work. Okay. If you do the work, your potential is limitless. And also they're giving me that reminder that potential means nothing unless you actually use it. Okay. Unless you're actually using it, potential doesn't mean anything. Look at that. You have to pick a direction and choose for potential. I'm talking about potential. I'm not saying you have to do anything, right? You don't have to do anything. You can click off the reading and do whatever you want. But this is the Chariot card, Cancerian energy. And this is about picking that direction and realizing you are in control. We almost always get the wheel with the Chariot. And that is a huge, strong indication. We are being guided right now to pick a path. Pick the path that's best for you. Take a risk. Remember the fuzzy dice? A lot of people have those hanging from their car mirrors there. It's kind of funny. I just thought of that. I just realized it. But this is like get your bearing, release your burdens. So you're wondering, like, how do I get there, right? Maybe some of you are wondering, how do I get this abundance? How do I get there? Well, again, coming from a place of like knowing your worth, resolving and releasing whatever sort of emotional pain, burden, clearing out the blockages. This is how you're going to gain that emotional independence. And by having the emotional independence, that's how you're going to have that independence in all areas of your life, financially or otherwise. But also, as what came up in the weekly reading, which I strongly encourage you to watch that if you haven't yet, because this is sort of reiterating this message here of we have to make a choice. We have to get clear on what we want. This is another card about alignment. We have to align to what feels good for us, what makes sense for us, right? As long as we're not hurting anybody, okay? But oops, sorry about that. It's about you aligning to your purpose and being ready for the opportunities that the universe then presents. But you have to take action. You still have to take action, okay? And that's a huge, it's like, yes, you get a reset, but you have to take action. So you're going to want to act on this Ace of Wands. This is the Ace of action, right? You're going to want to, if you're encouraged, go for it. Have that strength, go for it. You have the Strength card, and next to it is the Chariot here. So, very, very, this is incredible. This is what you want, and you can have it, but you've got to be willing to take the steps. And yeah, it might look different. Your success is going to look different, and it's where you're heading is very different than where you're coming from for a lot of you. And that's exciting, right? That's exciting. You do have options. I'm going to put this card over here. You have options, but the key, again, one of the keys is it's beyond determination and all that. It's beyond all that. It's it's like I mentioned this in the weekly reading. You have to, in order to really live your life the way you want to live it, like, and be comfortable in it, because this is about being comfortable because you're comfortable. This isn't about sitting in discomfort and getting comfortable anymore. I've said that it is before, and that was a different energy, a different reading, a different day, right? The energy is shifted now. And what I'm getting right now is, no, you need to start. Enough is enough. You need this reset. You're going to have to take action. They're saying, like, how uncomfortable do we have to make it, Libra, before you're going to take action? Don't let it be a tower moment that you could have prevented. If something's going on right now, take care of it. Okay. So they're wanting you to be more mindful of sort of like, of not just like long-term and short-term. It's beyond that. It's sort of like this much higher perspective, again, because this has to do more with just you, emotionally healing, physically healing, and maybe advancing, in your career, and, having a happy relationship. This is about your spiritual evolution, your ascension. This is about your divinity. You are the driver of your divine chariot. In fact, we could say you are the divine chariot. Now, how do we stay in that energy in such a, with all these difficulties, right? How do we get past? How do we get out of our own way, right? For some of us, that is tough. It's like, how do we get out of our own way? If you have advice about that, leave a comment for someone else, help somebody else, and share what worked for you in the comments if you'd like. And I don't say that, just to get comments. I'm saying it because, I get plenty of comments as it is. I don't need to, to be like, please leave me a comment. No, it's, if you found something that works for you, that's helped you, get out of your own way, or really muster up the courage to take the next step, do share it. Share it with us. Let us know. You don't have to give us the full story, but let us, if you have any tips and whatever. But we always come up with things on this channel for that. We get information from spirit all the time. Again, like, make sure you'll know when you're in alignment with your purpose. By the way, some of you want to know, how do I know I'm in alignment with my life purpose? Well, I want to say a couple of things about that. We don't all have this grand life purpose of I'm going to be an animal whisperer, or I'm going to be a doctor. Well, I'm going to own this or that. Or no, it's sometimes the purpose of our lives is to be happy. Now, someone had said that quote, someone famous, like really famous and old or whatever, like from a long time ago, not old, but, and it's like, yeah, that's the purpose of our lives. Now, that's it, to be happy, to live the best life you can be. And what makes us happy? Well, when we're in true alignment with our authentic self. And this whole year is about our authenticity. In fact, going back to our 2025 reading, yeah, that's exactly what the year is about. That's what came out in January. And in February, what did we have? We had the surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine in February. This whole year is about us finding that missing piece. That's from the 2025 reading, okay? This month too, you had the Lovers, which is a huge card of aligning to, and making a choice. What's going to fill your cup, Libra? Choice. Gemini energy. We also had the Tower. And again, I just said, and I didn't even remember that until I just opened my book, and now I'm looking. Okay, I read some notes after the reading about what the general themes are, so I could look back like this. And again, let's not wait for a tower. We are not waiting for any more towers. We are going to take care of things in advance, ahead of time. How can we get ahead of things? And that shows the universe that we are responsible. We are responsible for our blessings. We know that we are responsible for our own lives, and therefore we can handle it. We should be given choices because we can handle the choices. We are responsible, and we are active members and participants of our lives. Okay. And we also had hobbies come in. So some of you could be, broadening your horizons as far as maybe a hobby. You're going to turn that into something that you love. Maybe you're going to decide that the things that you knit and crochet, you're going to actually have a little online store, or you're going to, go to the farmer's market or something. So there's that coming in. I'm getting the name Camille too. And I heard something like Tasha or Stasha or something like that. So yeah. I want to look at, this is a career reading. Let's see here. What sort of, this is a bank or money and job oracle I found online. I don't know really exactly who makes it, so I'm just showing it to you, and you can find it. Then I'm not going to name it, but it starts with an A, and everybody knows of it and has heard of it. It's a big online shopping market where you can buy just about anything. There's also a rainforest. So anyway, but I'm not saying it on here. All right, so you can find it there. But it was bank and job, money and job oracle. Okay, vacation. Some of you need a vacation, but what some of you don't realize is that some of you can actually, you know what? Okay, message for somebody. Some of you, your dream job and maybe even your purpose is to share the world with others. Okay, so make what you will of that. And there's the globe right here on the Two of Wands, and I said it there, not even realizing that. You travel and you show it to the world. You show people. Maybe you actually, I know I have at least one viewer who has a channel and travels and shares online. That could be a message. Oh, I just got a chill. Okay. So there's something here about that. Like, if that's what you enjoy doing and that's where you feel happy, then yes. Even if you don't have, 100,000 subscribers or whatever yet. It doesn't matter. It's like, is that what's bringing you joy? Then yes, then you're aligned to something that can be something, right? And if at the very least you're enjoying yourself, and by enjoying yourself, even if you're not, huge yet on YouTube. I've been doing this for a couple years. I'm not huge on YouTube. I've posted tons of videos, and I'm not like, oh, some big main, tarot lady on YouTube. That's okay. I'm enjoying this. And I always said the day I stop enjoying doing these readings is the day I'm going to stop doing these readings. I'm not doing this, I'm doing this for reasons other than to make a career living out of it. It's more important to me too that you have to be passionate about your work, and I'm passionate about being this messenger for you. That's what's primary to me. That's what's most important. If I was doing work, which I've done plenty of, and I'm sure you all have, where I wasn't aligned, I don't care how much money I'm making. I had a job. I left a very high paying job to come do this because I was not enjoying it. It was horrible. It was no longer happy for me. It was not good. It was affecting every aspect of my life, relationships, health, all that. And some of you may be feeling that way now. My point is if it brings you joy, then you know what? Maybe it is enough. We can find other ways to make money, but you have to be tapped in and true to you. You have to be tapped into what it is you love, to joy, and you have to allow yourself to regularly engage with what it is you love to do. That's why hobbies, I think, came in for February. I just realized that. Okay, that could be why. Because even if you're not rich from it, at least you enjoy it, you love it. And when you're in a high vibrational energy, that is when you attract high vibe people, you attract opportunities, you attract if you're giving out love, you attract love. And if you love what you do, you're putting out that energy of love, guess what? You're going to attract more of what you love. And guess what? Isn't it nice to be loved for you? For you. How amazing is that? This has to do with your growth. Look at how far you've come with something. And again, this Knight of Pentacles is all about small steps leading to big rewards. Above it, you have the 10 of Pentacles, right? This is your long-term stability, happiness, and love, right? Some of the people who live the longest, they're not rich. They don't have a lot of money. We hear about rich, famous people or whatever, dying prematurely all the time. Now, I'm not trying to make some grand connection here, but I'm just saying it doesn't matter how much money you have. Your wealth is not your WEALTH is not the same as your wealth, WELLTH. Your wealth, right? When people say all the time, your health is your wealth, and that is so true. If you're not feeling good, emotionally, spiritually, physically, it doesn't matter how much money you have. And there are some things that money cannot cure, right? So, and we know that suffering and stress can lead to disease. And in fact, as I said in my last reading, I've said many times, disease, if you look at the word dis-ease, it's not being comfortable, right? It's the discomfort. You're not aligned. This is about you growing and growing into kind of like there's the Six of Cups. It's sort of like back to where how like a lot of the times when we're little, we know what we want to be, we know what we loved. It's kind of like going back to that. It's like going back and saying, you know what? That wasn't a crazy dream. You can be a musician, or I am going to write a book, or I am going to do this. This is about dreams being possible, making the impossible possible, taking what you've been given, right? Taking what you've been given and making, taking the lemons and making lemonade, right? That everybody now wants to buy. Everybody wants your lemonade now, right? It wasn't easy. It's not about that, right? It's just, you've made it happen. You've grown, you've outgrown things. And there's something here about, what else? There's so many messages too. I'm getting the number 38. Oh, well, actually, the timer right now is 38 on it. But so there's 38. So that could have been a pivotal moment or age for you. 3 and 8's 11. there's something about your baby's birth weight. I don't know if you had, or if something, maybe like there's like an inspiring story there about like maybe you were premature or something. There's something here about that. And there's also something here about like we don't all get the same start, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we're not all heading in the same place anyway. Okay, so they want me to just instill that little tidbit of wow, there's a message there. Okay. Um, there is something else too here with oh please, I just have to listen here because I do channel, so I need to listen a little bit for some of these. They're telling me Colleen and Holly for names too. Um, okay, yep, leaving, forget about the status quo. Not everything's going to be like, you know, leave it to beaver, blah, blah, blah. They're telling me all that. I'm not saying, sorry, I'm not being just, my guides and I are having a little conversation here. Okay. So I'm just hearing a lot, like I'm hearing different, almost like conversations happening and I'm here overhearing it. And then eventually they give me like a story. So that's how the channeling works. Okay. If you're curious. Um, there's been a lot of like underestimation either of you doing this to you or others doing this to you, or you learned from others to do that to yourself, but that has to go. That has to stop. Um, there's also, yeah, it's just again, big reset, big shift of focus here about focusing on what is give me, I need some help me out here, spirit. Can you give me a clear, it needs to be just a little clear. I'm going to go to this deck here, Future Higher Self by Maruka X. Future Higher Self, a little bit of, they're saying something about like a rendezvous. So you may have an important meeting coming up. Tell me about this. Tell me about, okay, so don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance. Okay, some of you, this is what's confusing is you may think, you're, I'm just going to say, if there's a red flag, honor it. If there's an uncomfortable feeling, honor it. Honor your gut, right? If you're getting a weird feeling, just be mindful of it and honor it. Dig deeper. You know, you have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. That's another thing. There's more though. They'll tell me, okay, know that whatever decision you made, it was the right one. Yes, we cannot go back. We can only go forward. Growth does not work in the reverse. Okay, right? They're telling me that we cannot go back. We can go forward, right? Got it. See the good in what you call bad. Nothing in your suffering was meaningless. Okay. You're about to help a lot of people based on what you've gone through. Some of you know that. I heard Dorothy. And you will have financial security in life. And despite the frustration, you're on your way to making all your dreams come true. What else? No, there's more. They want more of this. Okay. Be patient. Trust the wait. Everything is coming together. Yes, everything is coming together. And you have that in good time here. That's right. Success doesn't have to hurt, they told me. So success does not have to hurt. Again, this is about not being comfortable in discomfort. We don't have to get comfortable in discomfort anymore. Enough is enough. Okay. They keep telling me that because for a lot of you, that's an old story, right? That is old. You've done plenty of that. And now is your time to enjoy life, right? The end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. That's it. Bingo. I knew they'd spell it right out for me. There it is. It's the end of the tough cycle is approaching. For some of you, I mean, you're right there. So don't dwell on what might be on the other side of a closed door. Only focus on the doors ahead of you. That will be a key to success. All right. What else? What else in this money and career reading? What else does Libra need to know? Take everything with a grain of salt. If something is up for question, I mean, really, give yourself time to make a decision. You do not have to give a quick answer. The fastest answer isn't the best necessarily. Not everything has to be done quickly. Okay, there's that. There's get clear. There's charity here. So donate to create positive energy around you. This is work, advocacy work, human rights, legal aid, humanitarian work. All right. So maybe you're working with some sort of organization. A halt. So there's no money coming in for some of you. It could be coming in very slow. This experience is meant to bring your attention to something. So staying in financial denial is only creating more financial problems. For some of us, we have to address certain things. All right. For this, back to this charity too, though, the way it's the more you give of yourself, the more you'll nourish your soul again, and the more you love what you're doing, the more you're going to attract more love, right? So it's so important that we love what we do. People say to us, you know what I feel like we're getting? I'm going to stand up. I feel like I want to stand up and walk away and say, you know what? Enough's enough. We've been getting all these mixed messages all these years, I feel like, or, throughout our lives. And even us as spiritualists, it's like, oh, well, get comfortable with dealing discomfort and like, try not to be mad. No, mad, angry, those are real emotions, right? Feeling anxious, feeling scared, feeling upset, feeling exhausted. Those are real conditions and emotions, right? And we're entitled to those. And it's important that we honor and we respect those, because that is a part of the journey just as much as the happy moments, the laughter, the smile, the joy, right? The tears and the sorrow mean just as much, and they impact us maybe even more so than when things are smooth sailing. That's why we have these challenges. And that doesn't mean that, oh, you just have to keep putting up with them. And as I've said before, oh, get comfortable being uncomfortable. No, it's about now you enjoying your life, right? You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to just take it. This is about you doing what's best for you. All right. And if you need to get yourself out of something, or you need to, hand in that letter, you need to do what you need to do. Now, I'm not a financial analyst and I cannot give career advice or anything like that. But the energy I'm getting right now is some of you are fed up. You're sick and tired of hearing that you need to heal more, or that you have to do more work, or that you've got to just get comfortable and ride it out. Right. I get it. I completely get it. We can't control everything, though, that happens, right? We can control how we respond to it. We can control our perspective. Big focus this week, this month, this whole next month or whatever, on perspective and choosing one that's going to help us grow the most. We can come from a fixed mindset of I can't do it, nothing's ever going to change, or we can come from a growth mindset. You have the growth card right here. That you can do it, you can change. Despite the frustration, you're still doing it, right? You're still doing it. You're getting recognition, some of you, and you've made changes. That's the thing. It's like, well, I've made change, there's something better is on the way. But it's tough because it's like, well, where is it? Why hasn't it happened? I feel you. I get it. I understand. You're doing all the right things. Keep doing them, right? It's like you're doing all the right stuff. Keep doing them. And I'm sure that if you really assess everything, you've realized that there has been some improvement. If anything, again, if you're saying you're doing something you love, but you're not making money yet, at least you have something you love, right? You don't have the money yet, or you don't have the success or the recognition that you want from all the positive changes and all how much you've transformed, but it doesn't mean it's not on the way. We have nothing to gain by giving up. We have everything to lose if we give up, right? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Resisting the change is blocking good things the universe wants to give you. So again, take action, right? We can't just sit in our homes and wait for our ships to come in. I just had this drop on the floor. This reminds me of the Fool card, this 9 of Cups in this particular deck. They took a leap of faith and now they're being rewarded. There we go. For some of us, it's things haven't really changed because, let's be honest, folks, we haven't taken action on certain things. We haven't taken, now I'm included in this, okay? I'm not here to judge ever, ever, ever. But this is about us pushing ourselves into the life that we want to create. we have to kind of, you know, be brave. In order to have something different, we have to take a different approach, a lot of us, okay? And I'm sorry if you don't like to hear the advice, but I'm not here to tell you just what you want to hear. I'm here to help people, okay? And that's why I love what I do, because my I need to be helping, and I know that I'm helping people doing this. And you know what? I feel selfish because I love it. I love it. So I'm kind of like, am I doing this for you or me? Well, I'm doing this for both. It doesn't have to be this or that, right? Those times are over too. I'm trying to help us break free, like this Nine of Cups, and really, again, shift our perspective and realize that things aren't, we don't have to just accept things the way they are all the time, right? Is it going to be comfortable though? No, it's not necessarily going to be comfortable, but we can respect that as part of the journey, right? And we don't have to stay in complete discomfort. There are some things that we can change. And you're not going to get recognized if no one knows who you are. If you're at this Two of Wands, you're not going to get your big break. You're not going to get your soulmate. You're not going to get any of that if you don't get outside of your comfort zone and leave your house, or go to a different gym or park, or do something differently. Drive to work a different way. Do different things. Get out of that comfort zone. Train yourself to be trainable. And the way we do that is by doing different things. If we want to continue to learn in life, we have to continue to do new things. If we want to continue to grow, we have to continue to challenge ourselves, right? And boy, we can count on life to challenge us, right? We can. I know. It's like, so your hesitation to grab onto the spotlight is maybe keeping your talents hidden. That's what's happening here with these cards, with recognition and the Two of Wands. You might have this. You might be an amazing artist. Amazing. You might become, the best spouse, if that's what you want to do, right? But if you're hiding in your house, it's not, how is that going to happen exactly? The person's not going to just fall from the sky. If they do, they're probably going to be, at least have a broken leg. I mean, no. I mean, though, I mean, it's about having that Leo courage and strength. Be that Leo you are. Maybe some of you have Leo in your chart. Be the strong Leo, even if you're not a Leo, okay? And get in that chariot. You are the divine chariot in this case. You always are. You always have been. You're the star, the divine chariot. I could call you all kinds of tarot cards right now. All kinds, all of the cards. Let's get a divine direction oracle card. Give us a little direction here. How can we actually bust out of our comfort zone? Okay, what you desire will manifest in the winter months. A time of solitude, survival, and quiet reflection. Okay, so some of you, ironically, in order to bust out of your shell, or to move forward, or to get out of this stuck energy, stagnant energy, whatever it is, and to move on to that next level, that big thing you want, your dream, we have to get clear. It's coming right back to that again. We have to get clear. We have to really be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, am I the one that's in my way? If the answer is yes, I have some work to do. If it's no, it's, well, how can I shift my perspective about this? Because I don't want to feel stuck. Yeah, there are things I can't change. I can't suddenly make a bunch of money and move, right? But can you change your living space a little bit? Can you maybe, not be home as much? Can you, maybe go over to your friend's house more? Can you go to the park? It's like, how can you make the most of what you have now, right? How can you make lemonade out of the lemons you have wherever you are and still love it, right? Because the Two of Cups, I'm bringing it back. I don't like the analogy lemons out of lemonade, because honestly, I don't even like lemonade, honestly. But whatever. It's it's not about me, right? Okay. What? It's not about me? Why am I? What? All right. So let's get more on the Divine Direction. Divine Direction by Maruk X, by the way. If you enjoy this reading, please help girl out. Hit that like button. A little thumbs up goes a long way for me with the YouTube algorithm, Make my dreams come true. Okay. Subscribe if you would. It's totally free. And trust me, you're going to love my future videos if you liked this one. And consider becoming a member. $3.99 a month. Get some extra perks, including bonus videos that are just for members. Anyway, commitment. There's no obligation. I realize everyone's in a different situation. So know that as much as I appreciate super chats, super thanks, those of you who give back in memberships and all that, I appreciate you, but is not expected, okay? I'm just happy everyone's here. All right. So you could get engaged. You could fully dedicate yourself to something that will be long lasting. Again, we have to commit to the future we want. It's not enough to just want it, pray, and wish and hope. We have to do something about it. And I'm not beating you up. I'm not telling you, oh, you haven't done anything. You know, you have. A lot of you have. You keep doing it. You know, keep doing it. What else do we have? Endurance. See? Thank you, Spirit. Don't stop now. Keep going. Your persistence will pay off. Yes, you're almost there. Commit to your dreams. You just had commitment come out here. Yes, commit to your dreams. Stop and options. So the conditions to continue on this path are not safe. Allow the universe to right any imbalance. If you're getting red flags, again, as I said before, you have to pay attention to those. Those aren't jokes. If you're getting red flags and full-on stop signs, stop, turn back, go a different way. Do what you need to do. You take care of yourself. Options. You could be focusing too much on one thing or person that you're failing to see all the other great options. Look at this. You have 7 of Cups here. You have tons of options. There are things you haven't even thought of yet. Dedicate time each day to focus on just what it is that you want. What are your next steps? Where are you going to head next? What are you going to do? Just get quiet with it though, right? You don't have to tune into this or any other. Just let's see what kind of messages you get on your own. Okay. Let's see what kind of message. In fact, let's do an exercise right now. Let's use the Future Higher Self deck. There's a reason I left it here. Now I know. Go ahead and ask a question. Pause the video if you need to. We're going to do a few of these. Go ahead and ask the universe, ask your guides, ask your higher self a question, or envision an outcome you'd like to see. Envision something you want to see. Focus on what you do want, right? Let's get you a message here. Anything at all. Now's your chance. The cards will speak directly to you. Be willing to let go of everything you once thought to be true. That's question 1. Your answer to your next question. If you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. Now, some of you may have it may be the same question you're asking, and this is the advice, right? What else? Ooh, oh, you have 4. Balance all dimensions of your life. Remember, you came here to teach others. Now, there are 2 things here that were hidden, that didn't want to show up right away, but they're part of their follow-ups to that question. Good luck sometimes comes disguised as bad luck. And yes, you will break free from that which no longer serves you. Now, I hope that little exercise helped you. I just go with whatever, right? Just, go where spirit takes us, right? I'm not really the driver here. I am, but I'm not. The divine chariot, right? Let's see what else. Let's see. How can we keep our vibration high? How can we live in this sort of high frequency, this feeling of love, so that we can attract that which we want and not get, dragged in, sucked in? How can we keep the vibration high? I hear that Frank Sinatra song, I Did It My Way. I think that's Frank, right? Mr. Sinatra. I did it my way. Say to yourself, it is easy to vibrate at my highest level. Every day I get better and better at it. View it as easy. A life of living your fullest, best, happiest life. View it as easy. It's not difficult. And happiness a lot of the time is free. There are a lot of simple pleasures in life, right, that are free. Blue skies, nature, laughter, love. This is the Becky Moore High Vibe deck, by the way. What else? A new focus. Oh, interesting. Huh. This came out in your daily reading your weekly reading. If you're unhappy in your job, in your relationship with your body, find something about it that you do like. What does make you happy? For example, I really like the filtered water at work, or it makes me happy that my partner takes out the trash, or it's great that my legs can carry me around town, or I love the yellow flowers. I'm making this up. There's something about yellow flowers. I just want to acknowledge yellow flowers. Okay. I love the yellow flowers that grow in my neighborhood at this time of year. Okay, whatever. When you focus on things you like, you change your body's response. The situation might not be different, but your perspective will be, and you will feel better. And as I said in the weekly reading for this week, Libras, on this channel, I did mention that anxiety and excitement feel very similar in the body, but it's our mind that decides which way we go with it, if it's anxiety or excitement. So I can look at, meeting friends I haven't seen in a while as anxiety inducing, or I could be excited, but it's going to feel similar in the body, right? It's that like fast heart rate, you're sweaty or nervous, you're a little sick to your stomach, you're like giggly, whatever, like anxiety and excitement for like anticipating something could be good. But a lot of us name it anxiety, and we're like, oh, for some reason I feel really anxious. No, well, if we could shift our perspective and say, you know what? I'm actually just excited. And once we do that and we give it a name and we decide that we control what that is, we control our perspective, we then shift so much about the entire situation. We can shift. We basically, if you change your mind, you can change your life, right? That saying, right? Shift your perspective and you shift your world. And inspiration, the mind is everything. Oh my goodness, there it is. What you think you become, Buddha. Thanks, Buddha. My goodness. I actually have a little Buddha right there in the tree there. How funny. I mean, I love it. I have to laugh because these readings are like, the messages are so on point. I love it because I'll say something and then I flip a card. You watch me shuffle. I mean, there are a lot of cards in certain decks, right? And then there it is. Boom, there it is. All right. Anything else that we haven't gone over? Anything else? Now, how about, we like to get some numbers cards. Let's do the number sticks. Little sticks here. Here's the little sticks that I bought. Okay, pick a stick. All right, 222. Alignment. Oh my goodness, how perfect is this? We cannot treat ourselves well if we don't treat others well. But this has to do with you treating yourself well too, okay? So this is take a moment to reflect. Have your actions in the last week aligned with your intentions, morals, and life goals? This is all about alignment. It's all about alignment. One thing I didn't look at is I didn't look to see, money blocks. Let's just look at money blocks. Again, how can we get out of our own way? This is another deck by Maruka X. There it is. Boop. All right. Again, money blocks. Is there anything else? Now, this doesn't have to just be money. This could be anything. I do like this deck, though, because it does help us shed a little light in corners where maybe things that are remaining hidden that are having an impact. Blocked heart chakra. Not surprised. You have all these hearts here. You start out with 3 hearts, right? That has nothing. I mean, anyway. Okay. So this is about unblocking the 4th chakra. So you may be experiencing emotional issues, fear, anxiety, lack of trust, jealousy. I mentioned anxiety, anger. So to heal your heart chakra, it may be time to do some shadow work or any other heart healing practice to help you feel courageous enough to open your heart to others once again. And I'm going to say to the world and to the life you want. It's hard to put ourselves out there, right? It really is. We live in a hard, tough world, right? All right, top of the deck. Block 3rd eye chakra. Unblock your 6th chakra. This actually came up in the all signs reading on the other channel for this week. Both of these did. And I shuffled. after and now. So this is amazing. So to heal your third eye chakra, practice meditation while using crystals. Amethyst is good. There are a lot of others that are good. So this can help you, let you know that you can rely on your guidance. That can help us. That can make us be, if we have a blocked third eye chakra, it can help us be afraid of success. It can make us feel like, we don't want to take a chance because we don't trust ourselves. We have to trust our choices. Half-hearted effort. Yeah, we have to give it our all, and we can't really give it our all if we don't believe in ourselves or in what we want to do. So get clear, get sure about it. Make a choice. You don't have to know every little step. Have an overall plan, and then the other steps will be provided to you when you need to know. When you don't give your all to something, you get stuck in mediocrity. Start unleashing your full potential. Put in 100%, and you'll see the rewards of the fruits of your efforts come to fruition. One more. Ignoring little details. So we need to appreciate the details. Ignoring little details can make a major difference. So use small stuff to your advantage while everyone else ignores it. Because the little stuff, the hidden, the extra step, is what will separate you from the rest and get you ahead in the future. I always use the example of like writing a handwritten note after an interview and mailing it. I've done that. Every time I've done that, I got a call back every single time. And I'm saying I did this like 5 years ago. It wasn't even like long time ago. It was like, a little before I was before I had this channel. So yeah, that's those little touches. Personable. To be personable in a world like today, just because the world is less personable doesn't mean that when you are and you bring and you do something simple, like a simple gesture like that, doesn't mean that it's not appreciated. Don't you appreciate it still when someone like holds the door for you or adds the little touch on something? Or I know I do. I still appreciate those little things in life, right? And I think those things are underrated, and I feel like we're returning to a time where those things matter. I just want to show you the Strength card in the Chariot again. There it is. Okay, so that's what we have. Let's see. I want to let's get a Divine Chakra Oracle card. This is by Britta Bowman, and I think we'll close the reading after. No, we'll get an animal card too. And you have animals that came through. You have the fox there, and horses, and a lamb, and all these other ones. Okay, Courage, card 15. There's a tiger. Okay, I give myself permission to pursue a life of adventure and fully enjoy everything I do. I trust that life will support my needs. There it is, folks. There it is. Now, I said I'd get an animal card for us, and I will, but this is like, I'm pretty sure this one will do. Tiger's about power, too. So are there areas in your life where you're giving away power? Maybe we need to reflect on that, too. Whoa, that one flew. It's a dolphin. It jumped right out. Divine birthright. Abundance is your true nature. There's nothing you need to do to deserve your heart's desires. Allow the universe to shower you with divine blessings. There it is. Now that sums it up perfectly. You had so much heart energy infused into this reading, which was, about, your abundance and your money and maybe material things. But we really can't separate all of that, right? It's all connected. It's all energy, right? That's what I have for you. Dolphin reminds us too to have fun. It's okay to love what you do, right? Have fun. Enjoy. Thank you so much. And please do show support. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.